Hello my darlings and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome my dear. My name is Paulina and please join the family. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and also do not forget to follow me on Instagram. Okay guys, so I was recently tagged by a gorgeous perfume reviewer here on YouTube, Perfume. She is such a beautiful soul, very knowledgeable girl, and her passion to perfumes just beams. So I really love watching her. Of course, I will link her channel below. Please subscribe to her channel and follow her on Instagram. She is such a lovely girl and she designed a tag which is top 10 unique fragrances in my collection. And that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna show you my most unique scents. To me, something that's unique means there's nothing like it on the market. So these are the scents, if I love them or not, if I wear them or not, these are definitely the most unique ones that I have, and I've never come across something similar. So let's go ahead and jump right in. The first one I'm gonna start with is by Hermes, and this is L'Ombre de Merveilles. So to me, the whole range of the Merveilles perfumes is quite unique. There's nothing like it on the market in my opinion. They have a very specific scent to them, and from the far you can tell this is Hermes Merveilles range, no matter which one it is. I did own Elixir de Merveilles. It's definitely as unique as this one, however it was a little bit too sharp for me. This one however is a little bit more mild. Very unique one. To me it smells like Ayurveda oils that are used for a massage in a spa. It really puts you in a certain mood, you know. It's sexy, very oriental. Of course, as the name suggests, there is a lot of amber in here. There's vanilla, there are some spices, there's labdanum, which makes it quite oriental. Very lovely scent. The longevity is around 7 hours, and this is a perfume that's a little bit closer to your skin, but to me it's a very intimate one, and I love wearing it in those more intimate moments or when I just want to calm down and feel a little bit more serene and just like I went out of the spa. So that's my first one, L'Ombre de Merveilles by Hermes. Of course, everything will be linked down below for you. Next one I want to talk about is by Montale, and as you probably already know, Montale is quite of a unique brand, and you can definitely smell that something is by Montale. They're a little bit synthetic. I should not say even a little bit, they're quite synthetic, but it doesn't mean they're bad fragrances. It only means that they just have that specific smell to them. And one of the most unique ones in their whole range is Chocolate Gritty. So, you know my opinion on the bottle, right? It's flimsy, whatever. This one is chocolate powder with some dried fruits. I do not wear it on a daily basis, I must admit, but that's maybe because I got it when we were going into spring and summertime. I think it's going to be much better in the winter, but it's definitely very unique. It's that cacao, very strong cacao powdery note with some orange to it. Very gorgeous scent. It's very warm, very cozy. I really like it. I still need to wear it more, but yeah, this is really good when it comes to unique fragrances, and I'm sure that you would get very much complimented when you wear it. So that's Chocolate Greedy by Montale, and that's the only Montale I have here, because in my opinion the rest of the Montales are quite in the similar range. They're either very oud oriental, or they're very rosy, or very artificial vanilla. So in my opinion, this is one of the most unique from the whole range. So that's that. Next, I think as I remember correctly, Anna Absolute did the same video and she featured this one as well. So it says tongue twister. It says a lot that it is indeed unique, and this is Mugler Womanity, and this is definitely a love-hate perfume for many people. I used to wear their first release, which was way more potent than this one, because this is a you know, reformulated L'Oreal stuff, etc. So this is more mild than the original Womanity that was released years ago. I used to wear it quite a lot. This one is a little bit more toned down, but it's still very, very unique. So this is a salty fig bomb. A very specific fragrance. It is a little bit sour, a little bit salty. It has that oceany beach vibe to it. Some people say it's fishy. I don't get much fishiness out of it, but yeah, it kind of leans that you know, oceany, salty vibe to it. And that fig makes it a little bit more sweet. It's quite sexy, quite obnoxious, not as obnoxious as the older version, but yeah, it still has the vibe. And in my opinion, it's really unique, and if I wanna stand out of the crowd, this one is the way to go. So that's Womanity by Mugler. I really, really like it, despite of very mixed opinions about it. I do have to have a mood for it, but surprisingly, I love it in the summertime. I really, really like it in the summertime. It really stands out in the heat. So yeah, that's Womanity. Alright, now another one, which is also a Mugler. I must admit there are few Muglers in here because, you know, Mugler as a brand, they do very unique fragrances and that's what they are known for. So they do deserve a spot in here, alright? So the next one I want to show you is an oldie but a goodie, and I feel like it would be a little bit of a crime not to mention it, even though it's definitely not a niche fragrance. This is something that really changed the game in the perfume market years ago, and this is, of course, the original Alien. This one I think is not yet reformulated, so this is the old formula still because I got it a while ago. And this is a very strong indolic jasmine with amber and some woody notes to it. Very, very obnoxious fragrance, definitely a unique one. This is that kind of fragrance that cannot be repeated by anybody else but by any other brand. So yeah, I feel like it still deserves a spot, even though, you know, everybody wears it. I feel like it's still a unique fragrance by itself. So yeah, I love it. This is one of my all-time favorites throughout the years. So that's Alien by Mugler. And now we are moving on to the fifth one, which is also a Mugler, and we're going to be done with Muglers. I swear. This is the last one. And this is Aura. And this is the Eau de Parfum. So Aura is a very specific fragrance, and this is something that you, again, love or hate, like with most Muglers. And this is a very spicy green scent with vanilla dry down. So they really, really tried hard to make it as unique as possible. To me, it smells like a wet ground, like jungle. It kind of reminds me of the scent from like a park near Cape Town in South Africa. It really, really does. So yeah, it's definitely a green, jungly scent, which has a lot of sexiness to it. Super, super potent fragrance. Yeah. If we are speaking uniqueness, this is the one to go, definitely. If you love it, go for it. I know some people really don't like it on themselves, but I really do enjoy it. Not always, again, I have to have a mood for it. I feel like this is the whole thing with unique fragrances, you know, you have to have a specific mood to wear them, and this is no exception. It's very strong. It can be a little bit drizzling on the nose. But yeah, I really, really like it. That's Aura by Mugler. And now, Tom Ford, shall we? From the Tom Ford and all the Tom Fords that I do own, this is definitely the most unique. And again, this is a big love-hate, and I do have to have a mood to wear it. But This is a good one, and this is Orchid Soleil. So I'm gonna be very honest with you, this is the only orchid from the orchid range from Tom Ford that I like. I don't like any other, even though they're all quite unique and exceptional and very, you know, obnoxious. This one is the only one I can pull off. It's not as dark as the other orchids. This one is more beach appropriate or summer night appropriate. This is very strong on tuberose, and I'm not the biggest fan of tuberose, to be honest, but this one I can handle. Even though it's quite dusty, I always say it kind of has that, you know, old wardrobe vibe, you know. It's a little bit dusty, but then they put like chestnut in here and whipped cream, so it's quite sugary in the dry down, which makes it a little bit better and more wearable. Definitely a unique one. If you wear it, people gonna ask you, what are you wearing? Because there's nothing like it, especially in the designer market. So Orchid Soleil is definitely one of the most unique scents I own. Again, you have to have mood for it, but it's a good one. So that's that. Now, I have one honorable mention, and it's an honorable mention just because I do not own the full bottle. And that's not because I'm stingy, which sometimes I am, but this is because I cannot find it anywhere. There are some rumors it's being discontinued, but I don't believe it would get discontinued because this fragrance has much love from perfume lovers. This is a very expensive line of Christian Dior, Maison Christian Dior, and this is Feve Délicieuse. I only have a lovely decant that was sent to me by Royalty Scents, like a subscription service that you can check out. And Feve Délicieuse, it is a gourmand, but it is a spicy gourmand. It is in a vibe of Guerlain Tonka Imperial. So if you like Tonka Imperial, you'll surely like this one. So this one is very, very potent on Tonka. There are some cacao notes. It's still gourmand, but it's definitely not the sweetest one. Yeah, it's very spicy, and it has a very, very distinctive note to it that I don't believe any perfume has. It has some spices, but something gets it a little bit sweeter and even powdery, which does not make it that gourmand, if you know what I mean. It's not an edible gourmand. Yeah, it's a little bit, it's spicy in the beginning, then you get that cacao, a lot of tonka, and it is quite, you know, it can get into your nose and make you sneeze. But it's beautiful. It's definitely beautiful. And guys, if you know where to get it, because I've looked everywhere on the Dior website, they do not let you put it in a basket. So let me know. Please let me know, because I really, really want to have it full bottle size in my collection. But this is a honorable mention, Feve Délicieuse. Beautiful scent, very, very strong, very potent. It's gourmand, but it leans sweet, powdery, and a little bit spicy. Is it unisex? Yes, definitely. There are many men who wear it, but in my opinion, it kind of, because of that powderiness that it has, it leans a little bit more feminine, in my opinion. Yeah, so that's that. Beautiful, beautiful scent. Okay, now, this one is an old fragrance that I didn't really like back in the day, and for some reason it gets the hype on YouTube. So, you know, I just felt like I had to get it. And I'll be honest, I don't use it that much. It's very, very men-pleasing, that I must admit. My boyfriend really, really loves it when I wear it. I don't know why, because in my opinion it's not that sexy, but yeah. This is Guerlain Insolence Eau de Toilette, and this is a very, very strong iris violet scent. It's very sweet, but in the floral way, if you know what I mean. Also, it gets very, very candy sweet as you wear it. It's literally like those sugary violet candies with some powderiness to it. It's quite obnoxious, definitely a unique one, and I really don't think that brands nowadays make fragrances like this because it is quite old school, but there's something about it that makes it still very contemporary. So if you like iris, if you like those, you know, violet flowers, you might love it. To me, I like it, but it's not me, if you know what I mean. Still being very, very unique, so I had to mention this one as well in here. So that's Guerlain Insolence. Okay, now let's move on to Orientals. Orientals, you know, they're either rose oud or spicy oud or anything in that range, and it's very hard to find something that's really, really unique. You have your Oriental oud gourmands like oud bouquet or Swiss Arabian Shahab. Then you have something a little bit more patchouli rose like Rosy Arabi by Armani. Then you have all your Arabic brands that make, you know, oud-based fragrances along with Montale, but through all that range of typical Orientals, I found something that's kind of unique, and it really does stand out because this is a completely different take on a typical Oriental fragrance. And this is Kayali or Kayali Elixir 11. And even though it contains patchouli, it contains rose, this is definitely a different contemporary take. It has red apple, which is very prominent in here. It's dark, but at the same time, it's uplifted by that apple sweetness. I love that it also has vanilla to it because to me, vanilla really simmers down those very strong Oriental notes. And the rose in here, it's actually rose de mais, so it's not as like, you know, potent rose. It's actually very sweet, very light rose. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful scent. I really, really like it. I love wearing it even during the daytime. I don't think it's, you know, a scent that you have to wear for only a certain occasion. This is very unique, but to me, this is a great all year round fragrance if you like Orientals. So I would totally check it out because from all that designer market and that, you know, whole Oriental market, this is something that you might definitely like because in my opinion, it's definitely a unique one. So that's Kayali Elixir 11. And I have only 2 to go, guys. So the first one I'm gonna talk about is, again, very unique, even though it's not a complex fragrance, but it really does stand out, even from the whole range that's quite unique in the first place to start with. So that's Killian, my kind of love range, and this is Kissing. The full name is Kissing Burns 2 million calories per minute when I work out. Just imagine if a guy told you that. Would you? Would you? To me, it's such a lame game, but whatever. Kissing. This is very, very sweet fragrance with a strong lily of the valley note to it. So they basically mixed up strong floral, which can be loved, can be hated, because Lily of the Valley is very particular. But then they added hot milk and sugar candy, basically sugar. So it's quite sugary, quite gourmand. That hot milk note is very prominent, which makes it super unique, you know. It's very hard to catch that smell of milk in the first place, and they emptied it up and made it hot. So hot milk and Lily of the Valley, it makes it very, very cozy. It's a little bit oriental. As I said in my previous video when I was reviewing all Killian fragrances that I own, I said it's a little bit, I don't want to like discourage you, but it has like a little bit of a urinal smell to it from time to time because of that mixture of flowers and gourmand sugary notes. But I don't mind, it really makes it interesting, you know? It doesn't last, you only like smell it from time to time, and it might be just my skin that reacts this way. But yeah, I love the hot milk note in it. I love how gourmand it gets in the dry down, but still remains very, very unique. So that's Killian Kissing. And last, but definitely not least, guys, This is something that I was looking for my whole life, I feel like. I know I'm being cliche, but yeah. And this is definitely something that cannot be repeated. Like, this is a fragrance that you cannot find a similar one in your designer market. No, 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 no. This is just that. And this is Killian Love Don't Be Shy. I've only had it for like 2 weeks or so, and I'm just in love. I'm just in love because first of all, I love gourmands, but you know how it is with gourmands. They get similar after a while. After you have so many of them, they all just mesh in that pot. This one stands out because this is a strong marshmallow. It has some caramelly note to it. It has vanilla, but it has that honeysuckle, that orange blossom, that jasmine, which makes it like a honey white flower bomb covered in marshmallows. I love it. The longevity is excellent. The price is terrible. That's all I'm gonna say about it. This is definitely my favorite unique scent, and I love wearing it from day to night. It doesn't matter. This is to me a perfect signature scent. Actually, all of them are perfect signature scent, to be honest. I should have named the video signature scents actually, but they're quite unique as well. So that's Love by Killian. I love it. This is gorgeous. So good, so good, so good. From all the gourmands that I love and own, and you know that I own a lot of gourmands, this is the best. So yeah, that's that. That's that, guys. I'm done with the tag. I really hoped you liked it, because to me it was very much of a fun to pick scents that are actually unique, you know? So yeah, I hope you liked it again, and I hope you're subscribed, and I hope I see you in the next video. Bye!